Hey guys, so with it being a new year and everything, I thought I would do a 2016 playbill slash show in review kind of thing because I was very lucky in 2016 to get to see a lot of shows, and I'm just looking forward to 2017 and 18 and just for what's to come. And I also, like I predicted and hoped, actually got a Christmas trip to New York this year and saw a couple of shows that I really want to share with you guys. So first, let's start with the beginning of the year. January, Jersey Boys, still one of my top 5 favorites. Kinky Boots, The Day Before Valentine's Day. It's almost that time of year again. May 26th, Bullets Over Broadway. Mamma Mia, June 10th, first successful attempt at stage door. She Loves Me live broadcast, and I got the Pride Playbill because it was in June 30th, I think. Lyric Theater of Oklahoma's ASL Incorporated production of Fiddler on the Roof with my signed ticket from Sandra Mae Frank. And then my audience encore cinema ticket, and then my Braun Theater live showing of Romeo and Juliet with Lily James and Richard Madden. And now we move on to shows you guys haven't seen before. So I was so happy to have gotten to see Newsies before it closed. I wanted to see the show for forever. I was obsessed with the movie, obsessed with Christian Bale in it. We watched it in my orchestra class and like my music classes all the time, and this was always everyone's favorite. And I just had to one day see it on tour. So me and my little brother went September 17th, 2016 to the 2 o'clock performance in Tulsa. And we got orchestra left tickets when technically we were actually in the middle because the seats at this place are weird. And I bought a t-shirt and also got a program, which I got them to sign the insert when we stage doored. And I'm pretty sure I got a lot of the cast, like a lot of the boys. This is the main guy who played Jack, and he's the only one I remember because those are his initials. But the reason why I had them sign this is because their playbills didn't look like this. Their playbills looked like a magazine. So when it came to the place where I live and I couldn't go to that show, my dad actually snuck in and got me one of the playbills from there. So that's why it fits in here. Next show was Miss Saigon. Ooh, I saw the recorded version that was broadcasted in theaters on September 22nd. It was so good. I'm so excited this is coming to Broadway. I wish I could see it, but I think it'd be so weird after seeing this film version, seeing it live, because it's all the different angles that they did and close-ups and stuff like that. But I'm so happy this is coming to Broadway. Everyone in that cast deserves to do this show forever, have everybody see it, because they were an amazing cast. So good. And then you guys saw a vlog / review I did on this, but it's the 20th anniversary tour of Rent, another very successful stage door attempt. Funny story behind this, I actually won tickets to this. You can hear all about it in my vlog, but this was the show, this movie was what got me into musical theater, really, because of this show. And so it was a dream come true to see this. I saw this Thursday, September 29th with 3 of my other friends in Dallas, and it was just awesome and everything I ever wished it to be. Next, George Takei's Allegiance. That was not broadcasted live, but just shown in theaters. Saw this December 13th, 2016. I think this was kind of an underrated show because it was so good. Lea Salonga, perfect. Everyone in the cast was so good. I think it's because it's a hard subject matter, especially to write a musical about. So that may be why some people were not so keen on seeing it, but I absolutely loved it. I really love the music. And I would like to see it again because it's getting rebroadcast again, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but I'm glad I at least saw this one. So now we are on to my trip to New York. My parents surprised me Christmas Eve with tickets for me and my dad to fly to New York the next day, Christmas Day, to spend 3 full days there and then leave on the 4th in the morning and just see as many shows as we could, just see whatever, and I could see whatever I wanted, and I was so excited. So we got there on Sunday and we stayed in Brooklyn. So we kind of just hung around Brooklyn, walked around the area where our hotel was, got some really good pizza, and just kind of just spent the night exploring there. And then the next day we got up, went to Times Square. It was so surreal being in Times Square again. And just to talk about Times Square, they were already setting up for New Year's at this time, and it was the 27th when we went to Times Square for the first time, and it was crazy. There's so many people already there. Stuff was already being blocked off, and it was just insane. Well, we got in the discount ticket line, and my dad said, so what's this first show you want to see? And I said, well, I really want to see On Your Feet. So we got tickets to the 2 o'clock show of On Your Feet, really cheap. We sat orchestra left, second row from the front. That was insane to me. We must have got there super early, or people were just not want to see On Your Feet, or they had already bought tickets. I don't know. But I was we were so lucky to see this show. As you can see, I was okay. Successful stage drawing. I got 2 ensemble members, both the kids who played Gloria and Emilio that night. This was the grandmother. And then Andrea Burns, so sad. Tonight was her final night. She was so good. But I'm planning on sending this to the stage door, hopefully to get Anna, Hector, and some other people to sign it. And this other girl, I don't remember her name, but I danced with her in the conga line because at the end of Act 1, spoiler, they do a big old conga line out into the audience, and someone saw that I was getting into it, and she picked me up, and I was dancing and singing with her, and she was actually really surprised that I was doing it, because I guess a lot of people don't get into it, but trust me, I was into it. And I was into this whole show. Like, I love Gloria Estefan's music so much, and I was so happy to see Anna. Like, I saw Anna Villafañe, and I was just so happy, and I was getting into it. Like, I was clapping, and I was singing along, and people in the cast could tell, and they were like pointing at me and like hardcore like looking at me and like smiling and thumbs up, like good job. Like, I swear I didn't imagine that. But yeah, I'm gonna send this, hopefully get more signatures. So yeah, okay. And that night I experienced the color purple. I am so sad that this closed, but I cannot wait to see it on tour. I split off from my dad. He went and saw another show that I will show you the playbill for in a little bit. And I saw Color Purple. Oh, their singing was the most purest thing I've ever heard in my life. And Cynthia Erivo. Ooh, I was in middle orchestra towards the back. She killed it. She killed it. And I have to tell you the story. So, unless you guys have gone to the stage door, you probably know that for like Jennifer Holliday and Cynthia Erivo, they have cars. Because like, they're pretty big actresses. And Cynthia Erivo, she like had her car. She had someone bring her purse out and stuff like that. But she was so down to earth and so sweet when she came out and signed. This is her signature right here. And she was just so sweet. And she's just a wonderful human being, and her accent is amazing. And she actually saw some people that she knew at the stage door that night. They were standing right next to me waiting for her, and they surprised her, and the look on her face was amazing. And I also got signatures from the man who played Mr. and then the girl who played Celie. Ooh, she rocked it. She rocked it. I was like kind of trepidatious because Danielle Brooks. I listen to Hell No all the time, but she rocked that part. It was amazing. All right, next show. So, this show, if you ever have the chance to see this in your life, go see it. Dear Evan Hansen is the new Hamilton. If this doesn't win all the Tonys this year, I will riot. So, the story behind this, I'm just putting my tickets in there, whatever. But we saw this the next day on a Tuesday. This is when most of the shows have their one-show day. And that morning we woke up, we decided we were going to walk across the Brooklyn Bridge. We were just going to walk around and see a bunch of stuff. We ended up going to Trinity Church and saw that because we want to see where they filmed National Treasure. And then I suddenly realized, I'm like, I'm so dumb. This is where Hamilton's buried. And so we visited his grave and stuff like that. Well, oh, and we also visited the World Trade Center and stuff like that. So we get to Times Square. We start walking around, trying to find tickets to some show, getting the discount ticket line like twice. There's no shows that we want to see or shows that we've seen before. And it's just like, there is nothing. We almost got tickets to Wicked, but then like there was some drama that happened and it was just, I really don't want to talk about it. So we were just walking all over Times Square. I was kind of getting upset because I was like, I really want to see a show because this is basically what we came to New York for. And so we had seen Dear Evan Hansen, like the Music Box Theater, because that was across the street from Color Purple. We'd seen that theater a couple times, and my dad said, well, Dear Evan Hansen's getting a lot of reviews. And we had gone to the box office before, and they were basically like, yeah, we're sold out. But we went back, and they said, you can join our cancellation line. So at this time, it was like 5:30-ish, almost, yeah, 5:30. And they're like, you can join our cancellation line. Well, we were first in the cancellation line, waited all the way up until 7 or 7:30. I don't remember when the show started. But waited up until the point where like they were letting people in the door. And we got tickets, and so did the two ladies behind us. And we sat in middle orchestra with them pretty close. Like I could make out everybody's face. Oh my gosh. I kind of want to do a whole separate video on the show. Just when you walk in, the scenery in and of itself is amazing. And then the performances are just gut-wrenching and just so real. And the message of the story is amazing. I probably will do a separate video on this show. But I had to stage door afterwards. Like, I had to. And I got everybody's signature in the cast except for Ben Platt. He didn't come out that night. And, I was so sad. We were all upset. I'm hopefully going to send this to the theater. And hopefully going to get a signature from him. And, this show, I want to see it again so bad. It was that amazing, you guys. Like, seriously, if Ben Platt doesn't win the Tony this year, I will riot. So, yeah, that was Tuesday. So, Wednesday, Aladdin! So, you probably don't know this about me, but I'm obsessed with Aladdin. I have an Aladdin cup we bought at the show. I have an Aladdin magnet we bought at the show. I have a Princess Jasmine pillow. I have an Aladdin calendar. I have a Princess Jasmine doll that someone gave me. I'm obsessed with Aladdin. And this was one of the shows that I wanted to see purely because I wanted to see this movie, my favorite Disney movie, come to life before my eyes. Tickets are real expensive and real hard to find. So they were going to have a 2-show day. And we were just kind of lazy that morning. Got to Times Square, came out of the subway station right in front of the theater. We're like, you know what? Let's go check it out. We ended up joining the cancellation line. Get like second in line.